Good morning everyone. Now we will discuss about different methods of separation of substances. Various substances we can separate from each other, or we can separate the different components of a mixture through various processes, through various methods. And which method we have to choose, it depends on the properties of the components of a mixture. So let us discuss these methods one by one. So first method is your hand picking. Yes, first one is your hand picking. Hand picking, as the name indicates, when we pick the substances by hand. Yes, this is a method to remove impurities or to remove undesirable components of a mixture with the help of hand. Just like your stones from rice. Just like your stones from rice. We can easily separate the stones from rice by hand. And it is done on the basis of difference in their sizes. Yes, when the stones are slightly bigger in size, they are of differ in color, and they are less in number, then we can easily separate the stones from the rice or the pulses or any other seeds of the grain. So on the basis of their sizes, on the basis of difference in their color, and on the basis of their less number, we can easily separate the impurities from the seeds of grain. Now our next method of separation is churning. The next method of separation is churning. Churning is a process to separate lighter solid particles from the liquid. Yes, this is a process to separate lighter solid particles from a liquid. Just like your butter from milk. Yes, butter from milk or butter from curd, we can easily separate through the process of churning. This churning is also known as centrifugation. So we can easily separate the impurities from the rice, like the stones, by the process of hand picking, and we can easily separate the lighter solid particles from the liquid by the process of churning. Now we will discuss our next method of separation of substances, evaporation. Yes, now we will discuss about evaporation. Evaporation is a method to separate soluble impurities from any liquid. Yes, to separate the solids which are dissolved in water or any other liquid, we can separate through the process of evaporation. Evaporation means when the water or when the liquid changes into its gaseous form, or you can say when the water changes into water vapor, and this is due to the heating. Yes, this is due to the heating. So the process when the water changes into the water vapor, or we can say when the liquid changes into its gaseous form, that process is known as evaporation. Evaporation is a continuous process. It is wherever water is present, wherever water is present, the evaporation process is going on. Okay, so through this process we can easily separate the soluble impurities, soluble solid particles like sugar from water, or you can say sand from water. We can easily separate through the process of evaporation. Good morning everyone. Now we will have a discussion on the topic sedimentation, decantation and filtration. These are the methods to separate insoluble impurities present in water. Yes, to separate insoluble impurities present in water, we can use the method sedimentation, decantation and filtration. Sedimentation. Sedimentation is a process to separate insoluble impurities which is settled down. Yes, when we, for example, if we have a beaker half filled with water and after that there is a soil mix into it. So naturally, as you know, the soil will not disappear in water, it will not dissolve in water, and it will settle down after a long stirring. When you just left the solution, it will settle down at the bottom of the beaker. So what is the process of sedimentation? The process of settling down of heavier insoluble particles. So the process of settling down of heavier insoluble particles is known as sedimentation. After the process of sedimentation, when the heavier particles of soil will settle down, the upper clean water will be taken out, will be decanted out in another beaker. So we will take another beaker, and this the water after the process of sedimentation, means the upper clean water, when we will just drain out, when we taken out in another beaker, that process is known as decantation. So what is the decantation? The pouring of upper clean water after the process of sedimentation in another beaker, it is known as decantation. So now we have the decanted water. Now this decanted water also have some amount of the soil or some particles. It is slightly brown in color. So this decanted water we can further purify by the process of filtration. Filtration means when we pass the decanted water from the filter paper, through the filter paper, then you can see this is an apparatus. First of all, we will take the funnel, and in the funnel we will just add the filter paper, and when the decanted water is poured over the filter paper, the left soil residues will left on the filter paper and water will pass through the filter paper, because filter paper has fine pores on it, and these fine pores allow only water to pass through them, while the bigger impurities like the soil or like the dust particles, they will remain on the filter paper. So sedimentation, the process of settling of heavier insoluble particles, is known as sedimentation. The process of pouring of upper clean water into another container after the process of sedimentation is known as decantation, and to filter the decanted water with the help of filter paper, it is known as filtration. So through these processes we can separate a mixture of water and sand, or you can soil, from each other, which are insoluble in water.